What's up, everybody? Hey, this is Major again, coming back at you on this beautiful sunny day. Wow, it's just a nice sky. The sun's out a little bit. It's not hot. Wow, real clouds are in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Some real clouds, not the manufactured ones. Not the ones they spray today. Well, not yet. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. So anyway, hey, this video I wanted to send to you guys. This one is titled, "There is no food shortage if you do this." Now, I don't mean go stock up on a whole bunch of stuff from the store. That's okay too. That's something that you can definitely invest in. I call it investing because all you do when you go work, you work for 3 to 4 primary things. Everybody does the same thing. Doesn't matter how wealthy you are or how low your income is, we all do some type of activity to exchange dollars for commodities. These commodities are food, water, shelter, and some security. That's life right there in a nutshell. Everything outside of that is just extra, extra, extra. So there is no food shortage if you do this. If you know what plants are in the wild, what's growing around your house, possibly, what's what's out there in the wilderness. If you know how to uh, spot edible plants in your region, if you know how to pick them and prepare them, and most of them you can just eat right from picking them. You don't even have to do too much washing. You just pick them and eat them. I mean, if it came down to it, you could do that. But you won't go hungry if all around you is food. Look at behind me. All this. Everywhere. There's food all around me. Out there in the trees. Actually, are just growing around the house. Let me show you some stuff that just pops up. You might see it in your yard and not know what it is. Hang on. You might see some of this. This right here. This one is called curly dock. There's a couple of different docks, but that's called curly dock. Curly dock actually just grows as a weed. Most people don't know what it is, so they cut it, dig it up. Hey, I'm gonna show you a picture. I'm gonna insert in here a little clip, video clip, where we pick curly dock, and my wife prepares it as a soup. Here's what that curly dock soup looks like, guys, with a little vegetable protein in there. It looks like meat, but it's not. It's some vegetable protein we use, but that's what the curly dock soup looks like. So go learn how to forage for, you know, natural edibles. Go get a book from the library. You can go to Barnes and Nobles. You can probably order something online. What are the common edible weeds in your region? They're growing everywhere. Most of the time, we're spraying poison on the lawn to kill that stuff. You're actually killing all your food. The things that you think are weeds are food. When you see bugs that eat certain plants and certain kind of leaves, that's normally because they're edible. That's why they're eating them. If they're not eating them and they're not going away, well, you know, the bugs aren't eating the plant, then it probably isn't edible. But it's better to go study, go get a book, a pamphlet, shows you edible plants in your region. There's different plants, different parts of the country, different parts of the world. But you can, if you didn't grow up in that culture, you got to go get a book. See, the people from overseas, they can spot food all around them. They put food in their yard instead of landscape. That's food they're planting. Vietnamese people, you go to one of their houses in America, you'll see food all around the house. Well, you won't see food. You'll just see plants. They see food. That's what they planted, was food. So this video is about, you won't have a food shortage. Remember, if you do this, start to plant your own stuff. Start to know what grows wild out there and how to prepare it, so on and so forth. And you won't go hungry, because while everybody else is running to the store, or looking for your preps or whatever, you can be confident that you can go right out here and pick some stuff off the trees, go back here in the woods and pick some more stuff and prepare it for you and your family and eat, whether you have stuff stored up or not. The earth has stuff stored up for you. But know this, just like the squirrels go pick all the nuts off the ground before the winter gets here, you better do the same thing too, because that's why they're doing it. So if you watch nature, it'll tell you what's already coming and what to do about it. You don't need the news telling you, because nature will tell you and show you how that works. So, and they keep talking about this dark winter. They're not talking about a power outage. That's nothing. They're talking about a dark winter being a operational name for an event, a virus contagion event. So that's all different, a whole different subject altogether. And so a dark winter is not just power outage. That's, go look up some videos on the dark winter, okay? Go look that up and you'll see what I'm talking about. So don't be confused about why people are talking about dark winter stuff when it has to do with other things. So this video wasn't about that, but I just wanted to throw that in. I'm hearing a lot about that. A lot of this stuff is planned. So yes, you do need to do some planning. You don't want to wait till the last minute when gas is $10 a gallon and you could have been getting it for $3 a gallon. Instead of complaining about it going up, you might want to go store up some things that you can't get from nature if you're going to need them. But on the food side, it's all out here. The lake is back there behind me. Wherever the animals go for food and water, that's where you're supposed to be able to go. It's in nature. Learn how to spot it, learn how to get it, and learn how to eat that way, because you've been programmed just to eat stuff from the store. Those vegetables at the store aren't all the vegetables there are. When I travel overseas, they got all different fruits and vegetables, and we as Americans will look at those like, I'm not eating that. What is that? There's no way I'm touching that, right? We'll do that when those are the things that are all food, all edibles. You got food all around you and you don't even recognize it. So if you learn what those things are, spend a little time, take 15 minutes, watch some YouTube videos on how to spot wild food or, edible weeds. Most of your edible foods that look like a weed, we've been trained to think that those are weeds, nothing else. So when you've been programmed at such a high level, you can't see anything. That's why everybody will go crazy in America, but overseas, like go to Asian countries, they won't go that crazy if they're out in the jungles, out in the villages, because they grow food all around their house. It's just another day. Nobody's kicking in the door because nobody's in shortage, because everybody got food at the house growing outside. Now when winter comes, you're not going to have the same opportunities to grow all the different stuff that you normally would. So yeah, you do have to have stuff stacked up from spring and summer and your fall growing to get you through a winter if you live in a colder region. So I would say that's what you would do now. You don't do anything different. When they're talking about shortages on the news and in the media, and people are putting videos up about all the shortages and food shortages, you should be like, okay, and I'm not short. I got stuff growing all around my house. I've done research. I know what to go out there and pick. Edible stuff. Did you know that you could take a pine tree and you can carve out the inside of the pine tree? Like if it's cut, you'll see a light colored core in the center of that tree. You can shave the inside of the pine bark and make pine chips. You can make the pine, I think it's pine needle tea, You can get the pine needles, and it makes a highly nutritious vitamin C infused tea from the pine needles, pine tree needles. You got all kinds of food around you. You just have to research and find out what you can eat, and then you need to practice eating some of it and processing some of it, so you're not afraid to use it when it comes down to it. Because if you're not living that way now, you're not going to be able to do that in a urgent situation. All the preps you have, if you're not living without electricity and AC right now, it's going to be difficult for you to do. If you're not living right now, practicing using the, excuse me, but using the toilet outside behind bush number 3, if you're not already, it's going to be difficult for you to do that when the time comes that you don't have access to that. So everything is about reprogramming, alternative lifestyle, you might say, so that if events unfold that cause you to have to, maneuver like that, you're highly capable. You and your family are already adapted to. It's like just taking the batteries out of one machine and putting them in another. You just roll right over. So I hope this video reaches who it needs to reach. There's the 3-year-old running around. At least she's being quiet today. She's getting some nature. And hey, say hi.
Hi.
Say have a great day.
Have a great day.
Learn how to pick some food.
Learn how to put some food and cook it.
That's right. Say see you later.
See you later. Bye.
This is Major signing off. Peace.